When did you first own a mobile phone? Uh, I remember the first time I lay hand on a mobile phone was when I was in the fifth grade. I went to a Philippine summer camp, right? So it was pretty much the first time that I lived abroad and far away from my families for about a month. So having at least a communicational device would be very helpful, and so my mom let me use her old iPhones, which it's really compact. It's not like the most state of the art technology or like iPhone version, but it serves its job. And yeah, that's the first time I get access to a mobile phone. Do you think it is better to send messages or talk to someone on the phone? Uh, I think that I would rather choose to use to sending messages. Why? Because first of all, right, it's messages, so you don't need the person like the other person to actually accompany you right away. You don't need them to be there. You can just then send them and wait for the person to read it and send and reply back to you. Whereas when you use your phone, it depends on where they are, right? If they are having uh, they are in a meeting or somewhere that is not appropriate or not suitable for a call, then you will not able to do like give any type of information or any conversation. But uh, as I said, you send the messages, they will already receive the information on anything you want to say, and they can choose to reply back later. So I just think that it's more convenient because of that. How often do you watch television? Back when I was a child, I watched it pretty much every day. Television was a big part of my childhood for a pretty long time until COVID strike, and I began to like use computers and laptops more frequently, and I kind of abandoned television since then. And at the moment, I rarely like about like once or twice a month or so. Do you prefer to listen to music through headphones or through speakers? Honestly, I prefer the experience I get when I use the headphone. It's just the music feels a lot more lively, and I can distract myself from any other thing. I don't need to worry about people, uh, you know, like disturbing people around anything. However, usually I will still go for the speakers like in most situation because I mean most of the time I am alone, so I don't need to like care too much about others or anything. And also is that I just want to preserve my ear, like because the headphones, not only that it's really hurt your ears, even if it's a type of like the one that covers your whole ears, right? It still damage your ear, like your canal and your eardrum and stuff like that, because it's blasting sounds directly into your ear. So I just say that I just want to use speakers. What are the most likely? What are you most likely to use a computer for? Well, most of the time I find myself using computers for various activities, mainly to for like working and studying purpose and entertainment. Well, uh, I mean, I am a lot more productive when working and stuff like that, which takes up a lot of time. I mean, I'm still a student, so a lot of tasks I have to do in a day revolving around the my laptop. Checking emails and and assignments, homework, stuff like that. And I also spend a considerable amount for leisure activities. Watching YouTube, browsing Facebook, and things down the line. So those are something that I do. How often do you use the internet? Well, in this modern era, it's pretty much I pretty much use the internet on a daily basis for, I mean, pretty much anything, for leisure activities, for studying, I mean, even messaging people is also, you need internet to do all of that. So, yeah. Do you think it is better to send an email or a text message? I believe sending, it depends, but honestly, I would say that a text message is a lot better because it's a lot more compact, a lot more convenient. You don't have to go through all the cliche, I mean, like all the format and conform to a certain rules when you were like writing a writing an email. You don't have to do all the like dear somebody and best regards, stuff like that. You can just get straight to the point, and that's what I like about the messaging. What do you use a computer for? I mainly use computer for both studying purpose and leisure activities, but I'm honestly I'll say that I spend a lot more time doing like assignment and homework rather than using it for leisure activities, because I find there are a lot more things to do outside of the computers. What is your favorite item of technologies that you own? Well, well, you know, I'm not a, I'm not the most technology savvy person, so I don't know much items. And usually, what I have is it's a very standard stuff. And probably my favorite would be my iPhones because it's helped me a lot on it. It's helped me a lot on my daily life, and also working and studying, stuff like that. I can message people, I can call my friends, my parents. I can check my schedule and do some homework, checking assignments, stuff like that. So it's without doubt the most useful and also my cup of tea. In your country, do most people study science at school? Most definitely. I mean, science is one of the um, main subject that in school. Um, Usually, like you know we my point is we study science a lot. Biology, physics, and chemistry is the main science, but we also like studying other things like sociology, psychology, and all that jazz. So yeah. Describe an invention that has been very important in your life. You should say where you used it, how you use it today, what you plan to use it for in the future, and explain why it has been so important in your life. Uh, Honestly, I think one of the most important invention, like in my life in general, like in a daily basis, and you know, other things is the string. It might sound weird, but without a string, we wouldn't have the world that we have today. I remember my first time I know about the concept of string and knots and stuff like that is when I tighten my shoes because shoes is an important part in anyone's life. It's the thing that we cover our feet and also use it as a piece of fashion. So learning to tie a shoe was something that I was very proud of when I first learned to use it, and I continually seeing the string present in a lot of things in my life. For example, uh, the mouse, right? The computer mouse also have a string. Well, inside it is another material, but the thing that cover it is all strings. So, uh, you know, a lot of things in our life wouldn't be the same without a string. I mean, the same thing can be said for like a backpack and stuff. So, yeah, like we use it for many things. I like say, and I mean in the future, the I will continue to use it for. I mean, even if I don't want to use it, it's still present in almost anything. So it's just something that will continually to be used in the future, and I mean, I don't even have plan for it. Like, how do you even have plan for something so prevalent, so universal in everybody's life, right? In the near future, we may see the first driverless cars on the road. Are there any potential dangers if this happens? I think the number one problem with the autonomous vehicle in general is the reliability. After all, they are using the the AI or any kind of similar robotic system to control your vehicle, right? So I can see a inherent danger with the technology itself. Like, what if the entire system shut down, right? So then you will be stuck in your car. You wouldn't be able to move, or worse, the car start to like going rampage and colliding with each other, causing massive incident or something like that. Or worse, right? There are terrorism that terrorists can use if they can hijack the system. They can, create a next night. Create a mass slaughterhouse. So yeah, you understand what I say, right? It's just that, well, with the use of such system, it brings so many kind of danger because if anything happened to the system, then it will directly affect the people who are using that. As more and more people are becoming victims of online crime, is it time for everyone to stop conducting all their businesses over the internet? It's pretty interesting because just in this morning, my teacher was blackmailed by a group of people who Photoshop his face onto another photo, and it makes me think about the online crime in general. So I think that yeah, possibly the internet is an open space and it can be hijacked or one way or another because it's available online and all you need to do is either search for it, abuse it, and or maybe can steal people information. And so at least to me, I believe that yeah, it's I think it is time for people to search for other options to like continuing their businesses so that they don't put all the eggs in one basket, right? But rather they kind of span it so all over, like especially like for special like important information like in the of the company or something like that. I think it should be only available in an offline format, like physical paper or something, and a in a soft format, but like not putting it on like the company uh, storage or something, but rather like having a USB or something, which is a lot safer and is still offline, not online. So it's a lot harder to access to those information and for criminal to do any harms, right? So that's my opinion. How important is it for government to invest in space travel? Well, considering the state of our world right now, I don't think it is that important. I say moderately, but still, it's not as important as improving and saving our planet. I mean, if in the future for like next millennials or something, and then it might be a more it's a more a hot topic, but currently we can't even make a sustainable world for everyone. So I don't see the where the investment for space travel is going. We don't have the I mean we don't even have the technology to like let's say terraforming a planet to make it inhabitable for the Earth population to transfer to travel to that planet. So why? So I just don't see the importance of investing in this kind of field at the moment. So yeah, that's about it. Do you think that people fully appreciate and value the technology that is available to them today? It depends on or the region and where you live in general, because for someone like living in a city like me, it is easy to take everything for granted, right? Like a air conditioner, for example. I mean, to me, it's nothing new, right? And I use it pretty much every summer. So sometimes I just don't appreciate what I have. Like the same thing can be said for like water, right? However, people in other regions who are not as fortunate as me and people like me, right? They see that as something worthy, like something that it's in short supply, and something that they need to use wisely because they don't have that available 24/7. They can't just afford to buy more or having any kind of that. So you get my point. So yeah, like uh it's to like sum up everything in a nutshell. I say that it depends on your position, like your status and your country. Like there is a lot of things, but mainly the differences in people life, right? That kind of makes you either really appreciate what is the piece of technology that you're having with the others. So yeah, that's it.